All right, guys, welcome back to the Side Dish Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Shin, joined by my best friend and co-host, Jay Lee.
Hey.
It's just us two today in the studio. We're going to celebrate our friendship. We're going to talk about girls and dating and our ambitions. Oh, wait. No, we're joined in the studio by my fiance, Jaehyun Peck.
Hello.
Hey, Jaehyun. Hey, babe.
Hi.
So nice that you're here joining us. Anyway, what did you want to talk about today, Jaylee?
Not girls.
Yeah, I don't know. What have you been up to? Didn't you just finish playing Star Wars?
I did. I was playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Bro, I could not beat the last boss. I mean, Jan watched me. It was fucking hard.
Yeah.
And then yesterday I was like on my exercise bike playing as I normally do. And then boom, I beat him. And it was the most sort of anticlimactic ending to playing that game. But dude, after playing Hogwarts Legacy and now Jedi Survivor, I really think I can call myself a gamer. Like, it's official.
I mean, you spend hours on that.
Yes, I'm not a hobbyist. I'm a gamer.
Yeah. This Jedi Survivor, it looks sick. When does it take place within the Star Wars canon?
Yeah, it's a good question. It takes place after Order 66 when like all the Jedi are like being hunted. So actually the first game in the series is called Fallen Order, and that's all about when Order 66 is issued.
Yeah.
And then, you know, all these Jedi are helping you as a young Jedi like learn the ropes. So this takes place after a lot of the Jedi have been killed and you're kind of on the run. You're the survivor.
It's
It's
so
pretty dope.
sick.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Oh my God. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so cool.
But like you fight Darth Vader at one point. Like he's like hunting the Jedi one by one. It's pretty legit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, and you get to wield a lightsaber.
So yeah, one of the cool things about this game, right, is like you don't just play with a lightsaber. They have this thing called stances where your character can hold the lightsaber in 5 different orientations. So you got like dual wield, you've got single wield, you've got like a blaster with a lightsaber. Like, there's a bunch of different combinations.
That's a no-no in Jedi.
I know, right?
Jedi
using a
lore,
gun. But it's just, it was a lot of fun.
That's
Yeah.
super
I didn't
sick.
know guns were not allowed.
No, I'm just kidding. But you have a lightsaber. You don't need a gun.
I mean, can you imagine if Luke Skywalker just like blasted stormtroopers with a gun? Like, it wouldn't be as cool,
Just,
right?
Yeah, it's just a little lame.
But like, bro, the combos you can do in this game, like force pull, using the force to lift a bunch of people. It's a lot of visually. It's extremely fun to watch and play. I mean, Jan watched me play probably 36 hours of this game, and then you know what she said? I asked her if she wanted to play, and she was like,
I did not want to. It seemed too hard.
"It's really hard."
But it's really fun to watch him play.
Yeah.
And just watch it's like watching a movie almost.
She's like, you know, my little brother or sister who like looks up to me so much, and like everything I do is like the coolest thing in the world. Kind of how like probably Denise looked up to you growing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It always like trips me out that ends up being the case.
It's weird. Like
Yeah.
little siblings mirroring their older siblings. You see it so much more now that my friends are having kids. Like they are just replicas of their older siblings. Like that's how they learn stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I weirdly thought Kay was really cool too.
Weirdly. That's weird.
She is cool.
No, she was cool in high school. Yeah, it is cool. No, like I did ASB in high school because she did it. And I
Alternative
just-
spring break? Is that
What's
what
ASB?
What's ASB?
Associated Student Body.
Okay.
It's like the student body. They handle all the events of school and stuff.
Wait, what were you in ASB? What was your role?
I was media.
Oh, you were me. Obviously.
So I played the music at lunch, and that
Nice.
was like my role.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Wait, were any of us a part of student body in that shit in high school at all?
I was a prefect.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
That kind of fits your personality. Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that that was actually a thing until I realized, like in boarding school and stuff like that, they actually have prefects and houses and stuff like that.
Yeah. We also called our grades like 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s instead of 9th to 12th grades, which is like a British school system,
Okay.
I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sounds stupid.
Yeah.
What you been up to lately, Jay?
I've been trying to run up Namsan.
Yeah. Been going on runs,
Yeah,
hanging out at home,
Yeah, real short runs.
not ever texting us.
Watching
ever.
movies. I was telling you
what
that I've been
movie?
watching more movies. So last night when I got home, I watched Stand By Me. Have you guys seen
love
that?
that movie, yeah.
I had never seen it.
Yeah.
It's like such a tight 90-minute
Yeah.
amazing movie.
It really is a testament to
great.
how amazing a writer Stephen King is. Like that movie and The Green Mile are like often overlooked.
But yeah, it was really good.
You're like going on like an oldies kick, huh?
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of the Rewatchables podcast,
Okay.
and they basically just talk about a movie each episode. So I've been kind of going down the list and like
What else?
picking
Stand
up
by Me. What were the other ones you watched?
Rounders.
Rounders, that's right.
The poker movie.
Do your best impression of
I
John
want
Malkovich.
my fucking money. That wasn't that good.
No, it's not bad. Yeah,
Well, what's his name again?
John
Kate-
Malkovich.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
the movie, he goes by KGB.
Yeah.
And then I watched White Men Can't Jump.
Oh, that's right. Which you
Yeah.
know, I've never seen that movie.
I've
Yeah.
never heard of any of these movies.
It's a fun movie to watch. It's like there are a couple scenes in there where you're like, this is so ridiculous, but really funny.
White men can't jump.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, back in the
it's a
era
basketball
when you
movie.
were allowed to make fun of people for their race, and it was like kind of the point was to make fun of people because of their race. A very innocent time, I'd say.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of like things that we've been watching, Jaehyun and I watched the new HBO show,
Oh, God.
The Idol. And it was insane. Babe, do you want to give the recap?
No.
Okay, I'll give the recap.
I do kind of want to watch at least the second
for
episode.
Jenny.
Kind of.
Shout out to
I'm
Jenny.
I'm a bit of a blink.
No, you're a what? A blink?
A blink.
Yeah.
That's
Is
what
that the word?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for black.
For like a
pink.
stan of. Oh, I see. A
Yeah.
blink.
It's like army.
It sounds like a racial slur. I gotta just
Swiftie.
put it out there.
blink.
The Idol was. So you saw the first episode.
Yeah.
I don't know.
okay.
Like, I guess my biggest criticism, and I feel bad, is that Lily Rose Depp is just not a great actress, and she's so
Yeah.
like obviously incongruous with the show. Like, if they had casted a new face, newcomer, someone who really wanted it and who acted their fucking heart out, I think the show would have been much better received. It's not like the writing is awful, and some of the other supporting cast members are great. They're terrific, actually. Like the Jewish best friend, she was in a movie called Shiva Baby, which is like a phenomenal indie film. And I love her. She's so funny. And then, you know, a lot of the other faces we see, Hank Azaria's in it, you know, all these people.
That's right.
But there was something about Lily Rose Depp that just pisses me off. Because it's like,
Yeah.
she's like, it's so self-referential. She's like, I don't know, this song's not that good, is it? And then you hear the song and it's like the most basic pop song. And then at the end of the episode 1, it's like, I'm going to put some stank on it by like singing harder. And I don't know. There were times that it
By
just felt
standing up to
yeah,
sing.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like
Which-
stand up and sing this time.
Yeah.
We finished the first episode, and I looked at Jay and I said, "You know what? Let's watch the second one because I want to give it a chance. I think that we can't really judge it off the first. We watched the second, and then it just fucking sucked so bad. Like we were like angry afterward.
Pilot episode was so bad that we just had to give it a chance again for episode 2. And I thought there was a chance for a little bit, and then
Yeah.
it just went downhill.
I will say Lily Rose Depp becomes a better actress as the show goes
Right.
on. Like, then you can kind of see more range. Now that we're invested 2 hours in, like, we kind of have to keep going.
I just feel like we're just gonna get angrier and angrier because we're just like investing hours into it.
But like, there's a very famous scene. Now it's like trending right now on Twitter and stuff. The end of episode 2 is famous now. And Jay, I really want you to watch it so we can talk about it. But basically, it's like extremely graphic and not well written at all. Well, why are you looking at me like that?
Okay, by the piano, or because that's where
No.
we stopped. Because that's where I stopped.
You're
because
right.
I was like,
You're right.
I'm getting so
No,
pissed off right now.
The piano scene was even worse. You're right. The scene right before the piano scene is what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I see.
I just want to go on the record though that Jenny is my least favorite of the Blackpink members.
Really?
Just going back to Blackpink.
Do you,
Yeah.
who's your favorite? Rosa?
Yeah.
Rosa.
Roseanne. Rose.
Bro, that took you way too many tries.
Yeah,
you
I
are
know.
not you are not a blink.
I'm just pretending.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
pretending
not a
like I
blink.
don't know. And I
You're
did a good
simping
job.
hard, dude.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Let's not get so fucked up like we did 2 weeks ago, Jay.
Yeah.
Or
I can't do
wait.
that, no.
Let's get so fucked up like we did 2 weeks ago, Jay.
You know what? One of the things about getting so fucked up and having like the worst hangover, it's like obviously having a hangover sucks and it kind of ruins your day.
Yeah.
But I end up eating way worse than I would on a normal day. And that is like a really bad
Oh, I
thing.
see. So
Yeah.
it's not even the hangover that you're bummed about; it's the diet. It's like that consequence of your
Yeah,
diet.
because then I just want to eat something
What
like
are you eating? What are you eating?
like jampong or like a burger or
Whoa.
Okay, very different
very
dishes.
different.
Yeah,
just like
but jampong, jampong is not as bad
Greasy?
Mm-hmm.
as a burger.
also when you order jampong, I feel like there's like a minimum order, so you have to get like
탕수육.
gotta
Yeah,
get
yeah.
the 탕수육
Yeah, for
too.
sure.
Or
So,
kummandu.
yeah.
Hell yeah,
So
hell
you're
yeah.
not just having the jampong, you're having other stuff, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna save it for later, but then you end up eating
Yeah.
way too
Now
much.
I know what you mean. Now I
and
know
then
what
you just
mean.
feel like shit,
Yeah.
and then yeah.
You know, I love this because Jaehyun's been letting me drink a little bit more these days. Partially because of the weather, and partially because I've been working a lot more, and I just like after being in the office all day, like I just need a drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you've been going to Apgujeong into the office
Yeah,
more
I go
often,
to the office
right?
every
yeah.
day, just having meetings like back to back to back.
Yeah.
We're definitely going through a time of
Rebranding?
restructuring in our
Yeah.
company. So it was funny. I was talking to Bobby and Robbie and Phil about this last night at Southside because, you know, our buddies at Southside Parlor have redone their rooftop. They invested a bunch of money into doing it out of their pocket. And Bobby was saying how, you know, now it's time to try revamping our brand, our image, trying to get people to come in for wine, like all this stuff. It added more truth to that sort of realization I had that, you know, when the times are good, they will be good, especially with business. But your sort of runtime is going to be about 3 years, 4 years, and then you have to innovate. You have to change something in order to stay relevant. So our company, for example, we've kind of been doing the same trick for about 8 years. I've been working with my boss, and we crested. We had three years of like insane business, and we were doing really, really well. Then the pandemic kind of like disrupted some of our clientele. Not a lot of people were coming to the office for consultations. And then now that we're coming out of the pandemic, we're seeing that the numbers have reduced significantly. So it's like, okay, how do we get clients? What are they looking for? And I woke up this morning to like 89 cacao talks.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, it was insane. And
Yeah.
it took me an hour to like respond to all of them. It was
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
And then a lot of them were in Korean.
Oh, everything's in
Oh,
Korean,
geez,
dude.
Yeah.
Everything's in Korean. It actually makes me realize, like, fuck, I'm so bad at Korean.
I think
still.
your Korean's gonna get a lot better because now you're gonna.
let's have weekly study sessions.
I'd be
Yeah.
down. Yeah. Well, actually, Jay, you
Am I the
took
teacher?
Sogang University classes.
Yeah.
Maybe you could like go and find like a private tutor for us to do like a class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cannot be a girl.
No, it should be a girl. Make it a girl.
The fuck?
Make sure she's
Yeah.
cute.
No offense, but I think the levels would be a little different.
You're right.
So I think we would have to be in separate classes.
The teacher puts me in special ed.
He got 100 on his topic.
That's right.
It's so comically easy.
Apparently,
The first
topic
one,
is the
yeah.
test you have to take. The test you take is topic.
Nice callback. Wait, so Aaron, not to talk too much about work, but you just got back from Jeju, right?
Oh my God,
So
yeah.
aside from the work stuff, did you get to like eat anything or
No.
like do it? Like,
Okay, this is hilarious. Yeah, so I had to go to Jeju for like a seminar we were giving,
Yeah.
and it was like a very quick trip, right? I
Yeah.
flew down at like 6 p.m. on Monday, got to my hotel around like 8.
Yeah.
And then it was funny because the guy who booked my hotel is like a business partner of ours, and he booked my hotel at a resort for like families. It's like a swimming resort.
Yeah.
So everyone at the hotel was like wearing swim trunks and like drinking pina coladas, and I showed up at the lobby wearing a suit and like with my fucking carry-on. I was totally out of place. Totally out of place. Did not belong there.
Where did your boss stay?
In the same hotel.
Oh,
but
I
she was
see.
on a flight after me, so we didn't get to link up. But until the next day. But it was just funny because I was like, why did he book this hotel? Like,
Yeah.
he could have gotten an Airbnb, but he got me a really nice hotel room and like a really nice resort. It was lovely. I wish I could have stayed longer. It came with tickets to their water park. So like the front desk guy was like, "Oh, don't forget you have 2 tickets," and I was like, I wish I could use them,
Yeah.
but.
You should tell a story of you almost just losing your suitcase.
Oh my God, yeah. I went through security and I just left my carry-on with security. Was hanging out the gate for like 45 minutes, about to get on the plane, and then had a horrific realization.
yeah.
Ran back.
Oh God.
I was like sweating, dude, because like in that suitcase was like a suit that Jan's mom bought me, the brand new shoes I bought for the wedding, like some of my nicer items.
Yeah.
And then already I was calculating like, okay, what is this going to cost for me to replace everything in that suitcase?
fuck, yeah.
Luckily they had it. Luckily everything worked out. But it was just one of those like you read stories of like parents leaving their kids in the backseat of a car and like how but that was one of those moments I was like, I'm such a fucking idiot. And it really bothered me.
Yeah.
And it like kind of scared me. I was like, man, maybe I'm not like cut out to be even a parent. Like, how could I be so absent-minded to forget my own suitcase, you know?
It just means you're human.
Yeah.
No, but for sure.
Good thing it was in Jeju Airport where it's like really
Right.
small
Yeah,
and
Right.
like it's not very busy.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
just-
Or was it?
No, it was
Gimpo?
actually at Gimpo.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Same.
it worked
Same.
out. It worked out. Like, luckily, they
Yeah.
did
Imagine
everything.
it was like Incheon.
Yo, I
it
know.
was,
Yeah.
like,
No,
so
that would
far
have
away.
been bad. I would have missed my flight.
Yeah.
I would have missed my flight.
Yeah.
I had
That would've
an
been so
incident
stressful.
once where I almost, I was like dog sitting for my aunt. This is in Korea. I had spent like 2 nights there. And so I had like this little duffel bag with me. I had to go home and then quickly meet up with friends like right after. So I was kind of like in a rush and just like really tired. And it was like rush hour. So I put my duffel bag like on, you know how they have like a place where you can put it above the seats. So I just put it on there. I'm like, I'm not going to forget it. So I'm just like chilling, standing there. And then like I get off at Mangwon-yeok and I get off without the duffel bag. And then I start walking towards the steps. And then
God.
I realize, oh, fuck, this is too light. I need some, I'm missing something.
yeah.
And then I quickly turn around and then I just like book it for the door and it's like boom and it's like about to close and I'm like, oh shit. And I like just get inside
Nice.
in the fucking nick
Nice.
of time. And then I'm like, oh, thank God. And I didn't even get on the right car because I just had to go
Yeah,
on
you had to be back on.
the
Yeah.
closest one. And then I like rush and I'm like, okay, I got my shit.
You know,
And I
that
get off
reminds me of a reel I saw on Instagram of like these guys in New York who like, I guess had a bag of some item they bought at the store and they had done the exact same thing on the New
Yeah.
York subway. But the videos of them like pounding on the window, like open the window. And this woman's like, okay. And they're like, give us that bag. And she's trying to like slide it. And then it starts moving and they're all like screaming. It's actually hilarious. They're like,
Yeah.
fuck,
Yeah.
like and
That would not happen in Korea because we have extra doors.
That's true.
Like you can't
Yeah,
get
they're like,
anything through.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I've definitely left like gift bags on airplanes.
oh yeah, I left something I
Yeah.
bought at duty free on an airplane once, and I was like, that was a waste of $80. Fuck.
Yeah, you left your
Jewel
your
pods.
Jewel pods.
I bought a fuck
He
ton of
got
jewel
so
pods.
mad at himself.
Also, wait, I also bought a fuck ton of jewel pods and came back to Korea, and then I let Jen borrow my jewel, and she still hasn't given it back. So I haven't smoked any of these fucking pods, dude.
Good for you.
Okay, so there was a segment that Jay and I had outlined a long time ago about like slang words. Do we want to try doing that one, or what do you think?
Sure, yeah. So I think every now and then we'll be hanging out and I don't know, like sometimes you'll say something like you'll be like, all right, bet. And I'm like
You
which is so funny
said
that I said
you
that.
literally said bet to me earlier today. So
it's so funny because today I texted for the first time in my life I used the word bet.
yeah,
And I it was in writing and I was like,
but you used it perfectly.
I did, yeah. But so like the point is that like sometimes a new like slang term will like come around and then I'm on social media. I see like reels and stuff. So I'm kind of with it, but
Yeah.
sometimes I don't like fully understand.
No, for sure.
And so
We're
like
getting old.
yeah, so I think it'll be fun to kind of do a regular segment where we kind of review
We
some
just check
some
in
new-
with
yeah,
Gen Z.
yeah.
I mean, so I looked up like the new slang words, but they're not like there's nothing on here that's extremely like foreign to us.
Yeah. Well,
Number
I
one
think-
is like savage, right? We've been using that word
I
for a long
feel
time.
That's
like
old.
I just like saw the screen when we were scrolling. Maybe it's just like the millennials were writing it, and it's not. There's no
true.
Gen Z
Yeah.
writers.
That's true. That's true.
The reason why it kind of came up was because I went to my cousin's wedding like a month ago, and my youngest cousin, who is kind of millennial Gen Z cusp, she's 10 years younger than I am, so that's like 24.
Yeah.
So and she kept saying like it's giving blah blah blah, it's giving. And my sisters who are like around my age, they were with it. They knew it was happening, and I was like, I just like went with it. And then like on the car ride home, I was like asking my sisters. So like it's giving means like it's
The vibe is
yeah. And they were like, you're such a fucking lame ass. Like
I mean,
for
that's
ass-
fine. I feel like the it's giving one is weird because, first of all, one point that we had talked about independently
Yeah.
was just like slang is it's sheeple. It's like whatever the people are saying, I'm gonna say. It's like the most sort of like basic baseline
Totally.
signifier,
And
right?
that's why for example, like when I first moved to the Bay Area, I refused to use hella.
Yeah, but that's also because you're a grumpy old grouch.
Yes. Yes. And a Southern California grumpy old grouch.
Right.
But then after
You definitely say it now.
I say it all the
Yeah.
time. And it started out as being like ironic and just like kind of poking fun at it. And then it just became like an everyday lexicon.
My best friend from college, she's from Washington State. And so she used to say the word hella a lot.
Yeah.
That was the first time I've ever heard it.
Yeah.
And I've heard it so much that I could have used it too, along with her, but I just refused to use it because I just felt like I was not allowed to.
Yeah.
Because I'm not from there or ever lived there.
Well, you know what the Gen Zs would say? No one's trying to gatekeep slang, okay? You can't be gatekeeping that shit. Slang is for the people. Slang is for us. You got to keep it P, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what I'm saying. Well, apparently, according to this website, keeping it P means keeping it positive or keeping it real.
Wow.
Yeah.
I see.
Is that really a thing?
It is.
According
why
to
would
this
why would
website.
studyusa.com lie to me?
Oh my God. That sounds like it was written by a 45-year-old.
know.
Well, you know, one that was really weird that I found on this website was touch grass. Have you heard of that slang?
Touch grass.
Touch grass, yeah.
What does that
No.
So
What does that mean?
So using it in a sentence is, yo, how are you so good at Jedi Survivor? Go out and touch grass or something. It means like, whoa, you haven't gone outside in a long time,
I see.
clearly.
I see.
Like you're like
You've
losing
been a
touch.
hermit?
Yeah, get outside,
Get outside.
yeah.
Like, yo, Jay, you haven't hit us up in a long time. Go out and touch grass, man.
Yeah. I do every now and then.
He
But
goes
I'll-
out to see his bird friends.
But all the other slang words are like we know rent free. We've heard mid. We've heard
Mid
turned.
is a funny one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
L.
Riz, which I just found out was charisma.
Ooh, Heather. What's this? The term Heather may be confusing to older generations. Blah blah blah. However, Gen Z TikTok use the word Heather to mean the exact opposite. Someone who's beautiful, admirable. Ah, interesting. A Heather.
so the opposite of Karen?
Yeah, kind of. Because like when you say a Heather to me, I think of that '80s movie with Winona Ryder called Heathers, which is all about like high school bitches. It's like the original Mean Girls, Heathers. But apparently Gen Z uses the word to mean like a beautiful woman. This is stupid. Let's talk about something else.
Heather reminds me of a time where it was kind of like funny to make fun of your friend by like talking about their mother. And so one of my friend's mom's name is Heather. And we used to always say like, oh, Heather, blah, blah, blah. And then that reminds me of White Men Can't Jump, because one of the first like in the first 15 minutes of the movie, they're just talking trash on the basketball court, and they start talking about each other's moms. And one of the disses was like, "Your mom's an astronaut," and then literally like astronaut, which is not an insult. If anything, it's like, yeah, my mom's really smart. She's a scientist. She went to space.
Goes to space.
Wait, there's no follow up to that?
No, it's like no, your mom's an astronaut, and it's
Why? Because like she's so fat, like she orbits the sun or something?
no,
Or, like,
it wasn't even
it
like
wasn't even that. It was just like your
It's
mom.
just like your mom's an
a
astronaut.
NASA engineer.
Yeah.
Your mom's a very well accomplished woman.
PhD. Like what?
Dude,
yeah, it's
yo.
really funny.
90s insults
should
hit
watch it.
different, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really keeping it P.
Keeping it P. Keeping it P.
I already forgot what that means.
Keeping it positive. Keeping it positive. Keeping it real.
Yeah.
You know, another thing that we had talked about with this outline, Jay,
Yeah.
is that, we're getting older, so slang is kind of like further removed from us. But do you think as we get older, we're just getting less tolerant of stuff, like getting grumpier and more impatient?
Yeah. For
I
sure.
think we also just don't give a shit.
Well, there's
mean,
a
that kinda-
difference
yeah.
between not giving a
Like
shit and
trying
then
to
like
be cool.
That's true. But I think those are different things, right? Like not giving a shit is totally fine. I think that's understandable. But being less patient it blows my mind because I'm definitely getting that way as I get older. And I always thought as you get older, you get more wise and sort of like understanding. But I guess I'm at that pocket at 35 where it's like, I don't got time for this bullshit. You know what I mean? That's kind of where my mental state is at this point. I want it to go more towards like,
Efficiency.
yeah, just like whatever, man, live your life. But I definitely feel more like man, get your fucking shit together. Like, fucking figure it out. Like, what the hell? I don't know why that is, though. It's not like I got my shit together necessarily, but I just feel more, my impulse is more like, come on, like impatient. You know what I mean? How about you guys?
I'm definitely like more out of touch with Korean slangs. But I think it's because a lot of my Korean friends are more mature than me, and they just don't even use social media that much anymore. And so obviously they're out of touch with slangs.
Well, do you think they're getting more impatient, though, is my question.
I don't think so. I think they just don't know words, like they just don't know the words anymore.
Yeah, because you kind of have to like you have to
'Cause they're
get it
so-
from somewhere.
yeah,
You
'cause
have to
they're so
keep up. You have
busy
to stay connected.
with-
You have to be like on Twitter or I don't know
Yeah.
where you
But
get.
the thing is, like, I'm not asking, are you getting impatient with Gen Z who uses slang? That's not what I'm asking. I'm saying in general, as you get older, are you getting more impatient? That's what I was asking.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't have to, if I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. You know, like
Yeah, we know that. Fucking Bartleby the Scrivener.
yeah. I mean, going back to like one of the episodes where Denise, my younger sister, was on it, and she called me a curmudgeon.
Yeah, we saw your fist clench off screen.
I don't know if it was on the podcast, but yeah, I'm like, yeah, I guess I kind of am like a bit of a grump, and just maybe I've always been a little impatient or not willing to budge on certain things. But as I'm getting older, and it's getting a little bit, I don't want to say worse because I don't think it's a bad
It's giving stubborn.
thing.
It's giving mule. It's giving donkey.
It's giving Scrooge. Yeah. Don't care.
No, I mean, I just feel like, it goes up and down, right? Because I can imagine by the time we're in our 40s, maybe being a lot more patient with kids, especially. Like, can you imagine being super impatient with kids? I understand why, but I would not want to be that kind of parent. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, 0% chance that I want to be that kind of guy who like snaps at his kids because they don't do something. Like
not a
that's
good
the
look.
worst. So I'm glad that I'm detecting that kind of the way that my brain goes when I'm getting impatient and realizing like what is it that's making me upset or making me like feel impatient. I had that realization on my own. Hey, Aaron, you got to fucking chill out, man. Yo, you got to stay P. And I was like, what does P mean? And then,
Positive.
yeah,
I know that now.
Aaron was like, stay positive, stay positive.
Yeah. Well, I guess for me it's just about like
Boundaries?
boundaries and just knowing my boundaries and knowing when to say no and being comfortable with saying no and then
And that's something I was never good at until I met her, to be honest.
yeah.
I was always really bad at it. Still kind of bad at it. Didn't learn anything. Moving on. What are some weird things that you do when no one else is around?
Something I do when people are around and when I'm by myself is like when I stretch, I'll make noises or just like making noises in general.
Or like,
I'll like be like,
like that?
yeah. And is that a Korean thing? Is that
I think
just
so.
a human thing?
I think that we
Like,
grew up hearing our parents doing that. So yeah, it's like a
I
learned
think
behavior.
it's a Korean thing.
Yeah, like ush, like when you sit down like on a chair, like you're like
Aigo.
yeah.
It's definitely, we have a word for it in Korean.
Oh,
추임새.
chimse.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been finding
So,
myself saying 어디 보자.
어디 보자.
A
어디
lot.
보자.
Yeah.
That's a
That's a good
할아버지
one.
thing.
yeah.
Definitely when I'm alone, I pace the apartment
With your hands on
behind
your-
my back, and then I stare out the window. I just look outside. 어디 보자. 날씨 너무 좋다. And then I'll open the fridge and then
어디 보자.
and smell because Jaehyun got mad at me a few weeks ago for not keeping my fridge tidy, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm gonna keep that shit. Oh wait,
100?
what's the slang?
100.
I'm gonna keep it 100, bitch.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I've been like cleaning out the fridge. I be smelling that shit. I open the fridge. 어디 보자.
Do you ever like put your hand in your pants and just like cup your balls for no reason?
No, you do that. I've seen you do that and then shake someone's hand. But I do not do that. My cousin does
I
that a
do
lot.
not do that
My cousin does
either.
that quite a bit.
Yeah, it's
What?
not just me. It's like some dudes just do
Yeah,
that.
some dudes.
'Cause-
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it Is it comforting?
It's not like weirdly, I guess it's not like a sexual thing. It's just like
No, it feels good.
I don't think
I'm
it's
just
a
like-
comfort. I don't think it's a sexual thing.
yeah, I do it when I'm like alone or like
or with friends or on the subway.
yeah,
or,
but I realized like because one of my last roommates, he would do that, and he would just be so comfortable with just he'd be like, "Hey, what's up? Like, what? Like, did you just get back from work?" And his hands is just in his pants, and I'm like, "Bro, like, I'm standing and I'm talking to you. Like, can you not?"
Yeah.
But
I have this weird habit of rubbing my face, like massaging my face, and my Cuomo pointed out that my dad does the same thing.
I've never
Yeah.
seen you do that.
I try to hide it from you because it makes me look like a squirrel, and I want to be a man in front of my girl. But when I'm alone, I'm just like a squirrel in front of a puddle, like a mouse washing its face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
No.
Wait, how do
yeah.
you do it?
Like this.
Oh, I've seen you do that.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Yeah. Sometimes I like overly kind of like
Oh yeah, rub the eyes.
rub the eyes,
Yeah.
but like, people are like, "Oh, you're going to get wrinkles. Don't do that."
Wait, all of us have really good skin, by the way, for our age. I feel like we all have a terrific skin.
I need some work. I want to go to a pibukwa.
Why? Your skin looks great.
Your
Thank
skin
you.
actually does really look great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, you're covering half your face with your glasses, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I just want to take advantage of the Korean.
You should.
Yeah, the dermatology.
Jay comes back with like Botox lips. I think they upsold me on a few services.
Yeah. When I used to work at Starbucks, like my manager was like, "You need to smile more. You need to smile more." All I needed was that Botox.
Yeah.
Just like get that little
Interesting.
smile.
How did that
fake
make you
smile going.
feel being told you have to smile more?
It pissed me off. I'm like, "Fuck you." I'm just like making
said
a
that?
latte here. My manager at Starbucks, because
Because if
gotta,
you're
like-
customer facing,
Yeah,
you
you
should
gotta-
when you
smile.
were
You gotta be happy.
working there. Oh, I
Yeah.
see. I thought it was
Yeah.
like some random Starbucks
oh, some
manager.
manager. I'm like,
Yeah, it was like,
You
hey,
should
I got
smile
a
more.
double caramel macchiato for Jay Lee. By the way, you got to smile more.
yeah.
I
What
got
about
so
like
confused.
so again, going back to this wedding that I went to, I was with family, and we kind of like to point out sort of behaviors that maybe our uncles do as well. And so I shared a room with my cousin Kenny, his sister Lauren, and then my other sister Denise, and then we were just like chilling, and I was like laying on the bed, and then I started rubbing my feet together, just like
I've seen you do that so much.
not like
Not even thinking about it.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about it. I was just like rubbing my feet together, and then my cousin Lauren was like, she like laughed and she like pointed it out, and she's like, "That's so funny. My dad does that. Kenny does that. Like, is that like a Lee?
I wonder
like,
if it's genetic. I mean, you probably
Yeah.
learned it from your dad.
Yeah,
who
you
learned-
probably
yeah.
saw them do it at one point.
perhaps, yeah. It's a weird thing. Yeah,
That is weird. I don't even know how you do that. Like this?
Yeah. How do you do it?
it's like I'm just like
I see.
It's just
No,
like
no, I
a-
do.
Souls.
No, I do that too. Then I do that
Yeah,
too. But I
it's
just
like
do
a
it differently from
comforting-
you. I do it like this. I like one leg is kind of propped up, and then I do that all the time. Actually.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just self massage.
Right.
Oh my god! Speaking of massage, today when I was talking to some of my coworkers, we were just gossiping about in the hagwon industry what are the dumbest things you've seen students pay money to learn, right? So it's like you
God.
might go to hagwon for like biology, or you might go to hagwon for like math. He was telling me how on Jeju Island there's a hagwon that sells like a massage certificate. It'll give like the kid will come out of the class with a certified masseuse certificate.
Wow.
Wait,
it's like-
I want to do that.
I know, which is cool for us, but I'm saying like for a fucking ninth grader, why do they need a massage certificate? Like, how does that help them educationally, right? Also, the idea of a 14-year-old giving massages is
That's
weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I don't like
true.
that.
Yeah.
So
Now that you, yeah,
the industry be all fucked up, man.
I guess they just ran out of majors.
Yo, low key, the industry be fucked up. It hit different now. It's trash.
Aaron, keep it P, please.
Fam, no cap. You be straight. Bleh. You're a bitch.
Wow, you guys sound like ajusshis.
Shut up, bitch.
It sounds like you've been cooped up all day. I think you need to just like go touch some grass, dude. Like
It's touch grass, by the way.
I said, touch
You said
some
touch
grass.
some grass.
I definitely did about the same thing with it's giving.
It is giving.
It is.
It is giving. It is. Best slang though, I think, is yeet.
I don't know what that means.
I did not
Yeet
know
just
yeet
means
was
to like
still,
full, like go
throw.
100. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like go all in. Like
Go all
you
in.
did the shit out of that. Like,
Yeah.
Or like
I like the term. I like the phrase or whatever. Going all in.
Going all
That's
in.
a great. Yeah.
that is. It's
Poker.
like, oh, someone who just watched Rounders likes the phrase going all in. What a surprise. Guys, what do you think of this episode? Was it mid? Was it
I actually
bussin'?
don't know what mid means.
It was above mid.
Mid means middle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
It's
Just
above mid.
mediocre.
Yeah.
Yeah, mediocre. Yeah. All right. As long as it wasn't too extra or we don't take an L, I think this episode came out straight fire.
I have
Fucking
no idea what
fire,
you're
dude.
saying, but yeah, sure.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of the Side Dish Podcast. Please follow us on Instagram at _thesideDish. Like and subscribe. Comment below your favorite slang word. Flame emoji.
Oh.
And with that said, we'll catch you guys in the next episode.